Toastmasters and guests, please welcome Daniel Chapin with the penultimate day. Daniel Chapin.
5 weeks ago, our family holiday in London was coming to an end. We stayed at my parents' house for the majority of the time. But 2 days before we left sunny London, between the blizzards, my baby panned out like this. Dad, wake up, wake up! The dance stop is about to start! As I lay in bed, I looked up and I saw Isabel and Olivia coming towards me. I felt like, ugh! They jumped on me and dragged me downstairs to my favourite show. Now, Soccer AM has been going for 10 years now in the UK. Some genius, some TV exec, many years ago came up with a name. I can imagine Rupert thinking, what should we call this? And Sebastian saying, I'm not too sure. And then the eureka moment. I know, the show's about soccer, it's in the morning, we call it Soccer AM. From my perspective, great show. It's all about football, sports, I love it. During the week, they capture all the football goals around the UK and they show them. They interview all the famous footballers, actors, famous, infamous, and even comedians. Which reminds me, Carol, last night I slept like a log. I woke up in the fireplace. And Janet, there's 2 cannibals eating a clown. One said to the other, does this taste funny to you? Sorry, recycled Tommy Cooper jokes. Anyway, back to the show. Once a year they have what they call a dance-off, where all the floor staff, the cameramen, the lighting people, the runners, have a dance competition, which is built up over the weeks by the presenters to basically show the best moves over 15 seconds live on UK TV. So what I'm about to show you is some of those best moves and improvise, just to give you a bit of a feel of what actually happened. And please bear with me because my vocal and my music talent isn't very good. But some of the moves went like this. Stirring the washing. Picking the grapes. Barbara Streisand. You get the gist. And my favourite, the robot. And even moonwalk.
Wow.
With a shampoo! At the end of the show, all the viewers can vote on the iPad, iPhone, any device. And amazingly, one of the stars of the show, a guy called Rocket, who deservedly won, and that's it for another year. So, after the show, my dad and I ate our lunch. We were going to watch my favourite team, the world famous Charlton Athletic, which I know everybody here knows. So it's a bleak day in South London. It's quite dull, grey, and it was about to snow. I was quite worried that the game actually might be called off. So we were quite fortunate. I was really worried that it was going to be called off. But we went down to the pub called the White Horse, which we frequented many years ago with my friends and family. And I was quite sad to actually walk into the pub. There's only 15 people in the pub. It used to be actually packed. You couldn't even get to the bar. I think it's a sign of the times in the UK. Nobody really goes to the pub anymore. So we get to the ground, my uncle's there, my dad's friend, Georgie Wild. Now, Wild by name, not by nature. This guy is a boom merchant. Trust me, he's been negative on my life, and more so, always negative about Charlton, my favourite team. For example, last year, he was telling my dad, they're not a very good team, they won the championship by a record number of points, ever, in the history of League One. So you can imagine George, for me, has always been somebody who's been really negative and always like grumpy but he came to the match with us, so I was thrilled. As I sat in the ground, my dad, my uncle and George behind me, it wasn't the best game in the world, but we scored. 1-0. Jumped around, getting my fix of football back in the UK. And then guess what? 2-0. With my dad and my uncle next to me, George still moaning. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. I'm thinking this is probably the best football they've played all season, and George is still going, oh, rubbish. He should have scored 2 goals, not 1. So we get to half time, we go to the concourse, queue up, get a pint and Bovril. Now Bovril, for those who don't know in Australia, is similar to Vegemite with hot water. It's a fantastic drink, lovely. It's good on cold days. So we get back into our seats, the next 45 minutes goes by, no more goals, until the 90th minute, there's 3 minutes of added time left. Not too bad, and then it happens. Blackpool, the opposition, score. And George is moaning, he's telling me we're going to lose. I said, George, please. So nervously, for the last 60 seconds, I'm thinking, if they score now and get a draw, it'd be absolutely awful, because all I could hear on the way home would be George. Anyway, we won 2-1. In my book, a win's a win, and my team won. On the way back to the car, I said goodbye to George. He went home, and I sat and reflected on the day. I had a fantastic day. For me, football was amazing. And I sat in the car, with a smile on my face, thinking, this is what it's all about, experiences. I've been with my dad all day, down the pub, been to the football, had a few laughs, and the best team in the world won. So I spent £1.50 on a cup of Bovril, £3 on a pie, and £27 on a football ticket. And as MasterCard will say, priceless. Thank you.